Hi, my name is Pop. I'm making a video tutorial in Ubuntu Basics showing how you can post-process an existing video and make that video upside down or sideways or mirror image or any combination of those things. You might need to do this for any number of reasons. You may have a video sent to you and it comes in upside down. In my case, I have an iPad which I use as a camera, and if you turn your iPad upside down, it writes itself as you are filming, but then when you send the film to somebody else, guess what? It's upside down. And no, it does not have anything to do with whether or not the USB cable is half twisted. Well, if you've got VLC, you can quickly just do nothing more other than look at VLC's tools, and you can go into Effect and Filters, and you can go into Video Effects, and you can go into Geometry, and you can rotate by 180 degrees. And I just did that. Let me move this out of the way. And every time you do that, the video turns upside down. Well, you can transform it in other methods too. You can rotate it by other than 180 degrees. You can do mirror image and so on. Let me do 270. You see what I'm saying? Well, that does not do it permanently. That just is for that one session while you are watching it with VLC. Let's say, for instance, you've got a video and it looks like this, and you want to use that as the first half of a video segment, and you're going to edit it and combine it with another video. See, this would not work because this is a temporary measure. So I'm going to use FFmpeg, and FFmpeg is going to allow me to rotate the video permanently by post-processing it. I have some other videos where I have showed how to use FFmpeg in other capacities. Now, here is the text file from Gedit. This is just nothing more than an editor, and when you tap on it, it'll ask you, do you want to run this in the terminal or do you want to display this? And I have this choice now because of one reason, and that is, and I'll show it to you, I'm going to right click and go to Properties. And if you look at permissions, I put a check mark right here where it says execute. Do you want to allow executing this text file as a program? Linux will interpret the text as a program and run it as a program if you put a check here and if your syntax is correct. Well, I'm going to open it up again and look at it as a text file, and it's just going to open up as a word processor. And here we are, and I'm going to zoom in on it here a little bit. Let's see what we got. The white at the top, the two lines there, which is actually one line, it just runs into two because of the width, is the actual program. And then that stuff in blue at the bottom there, those are the details which I put a crosshatch in front of, and that turns it blue, and that will tell you what's cooking with all of this. The FFmpeg program is invoked when you start off the line with that phrase, and then the -i, that is a switch, and the -i means input, and this is my input file. And the input file is called A. I just named it A, and it's an FLV video file, and the path to it is /home/user, that's me, /desktop, by the way, with a capital D, and then the file name. And then the next switch is -video filter, and I've got a whole bunch of them listed down here, and that's what we're discussing today. This video filter says transpose equals 1. Well, transpose equals 1 turns it 90 degrees clockwise. And then after that, I've got some additional parameters. Same quality, audio codec is the same, and copy, and then the output file name. Well, I am now going to run this text, and we're going to see what's cooking. I inadvertently opened up my Unity there. Let me close this off. There we go. When I run this file, it will take file A and convert it into file 1. And it's going to use the video filter number 1, transpose 1. Now, by altering this text file, I could change this to transpose 0, and that turns it 90 degrees clockwise with a vertical flip. 2 is 90 degrees counterclockwise, and 3 is 90 degrees clockwise with a vertical flip. There's another one that's more simple, where I don't use the word transpose equal 1 or any other number at all, and instead put in horizontal flip or vertical flip or hflip, vflip. That does both. It does a mirror and 180. So let me close this, and we're going to run this file just once, okay? And you'll see what it looks like. Now, I've actually already made these things, but I want to show you what it looks like while it's running. And since I already have the file made, A to 1, here's 1 up here, it's going to say, hey, do you want to overwrite this file? And I'll say yes. So let's double tap. Do you want to run it? Yes. And see at the very bottom it says you want to overwrite this, so I'll put in a Y for yes. And it's running, and it's done. And you can see up here that it has converted file A right here to file 1. Let's open up file 1, and then 2, and then 3, and so on, and I'll show you what they all look like. Now remember, the transpose was equal 0, equal 1, equal 2, and so on. And then I had the vertical one, the horizontal one, and then the vertical and horizontal one. And you can see what they all look like. So let me just pop all of these into VLC by highlighting them. They're not going to come up in any particular order, I don't think. Probably alphabetical. I've got them all highlighted. I will hit enter, and let's see what's cooking. First one up is 0, and it's turned sideways and it's backwards. Here is vertical and horizontal. It's upside down and mirror image. This is just vertical. This one is just horizontal. And this is the original one. Am I done? Nope, one more. This is 2. Turn sideways. And turn sideways in the other direction. And that's it. Now I can turn off VLC. Let me just go back over this again, and we will review it just very briefly. Display. Zoom in on it. I am taking file A, that's my -I input, and I'm putting dash video filters on it, and the video filter I'm using here is transpose 1, but if I want to, I could just erase that, you see, and put in instead hflip, vflip, and then that file would be called VH or HV, and then save it and then run it. Well, that's pretty much all I've got. My name is Pop. I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos called Ubuntu Basics, and in fact I have several of them about FFmpeg, which is the command for video stuff that you can do in the terminal with a command line interface in Linux, and I am using Ubuntu. Currently I am using Ubuntu 12.10, and my name is Pop, and I thank you very, very much.